guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Mini Bike Mullets, where all mullets are welcome and all mini bikes are welcome. And everybody's welcome. Today we're going to be throwing the Predator 224 into the BT200X, and we're going to be doing a couple modifications to it, like carburetor, exhaust, and throwing a CVT on that thing. And we'll see if we can get it ripping today. And yeah, I'm going to throw you on the four-wheeler. We're going to get a time lapse of all those doohickey whatnots, and heck yeah. Alrighty, we have the VM22 on there looking good. All bolted up to the head. Yeah, so the carburetor's on, and now let's throw that exhaust on there. Alrighty, there's the old exhaust on there, and here is the new exhaust. We have it right here. It's looking pretty good with the... Okay, now I don't speak exhaust, but I guess that means that this exhaust clearly does not want to go on because of the holes don't line up with the studs. So I'm going to go drill those out. Huh. For some reason though, this exhaust fits a little better on there. It's not perfect, but you know, let me know. Let's see here, at 1,000 subscribers, I will fully put a turbo on this, and this turbo will be making plenty of boost because it made boost on the 196. But I'll document everything at 1,000 subscribers. This turbo will be on there, and then who knows, I might down the road do some sort of giveaway. But who knows? But yeah. Alrighty gang, we got the freaking exhaust on there with some locking doohickey washer whatnots and some doohickeys. And you can see that little weld point right there. That thing's freaking watertight. Well now I guess we'll put the CVT on and see how that goes. Alright, ran into a little issue. These bolts are not going in, and that means that these bolts are not the right bolts and not the right thread pitch. So that means I'm going to use Ugga Dugga, and then these things are going to identify as M8 by 1.25. So yeah. Alrighty, now that these bolts identify as M8 by 125, we can go ahead and take this John off of here and then freaking put the driver pulley on. First part on, couple of CVT tips for you. If you're running high horsepower, it comes with this brass ring to make the belt slip. If you're running high horsepower, you usually want to take that off because that can cause your driver pulley to blow up. It will have a little more wear on your belt at idle though, but that's alright. Then you also want to put spacers in between this John so that right here aligns with right here. So I need to throw some spacers in there and keep her going. Look at this guy thinking he knows how to work on stuff. Look at him, he's freaking grinding a nut to make a spacer. But guess what? He's not even going to use that nut. He's going to take out another spacer from the driven pulley. Yeah, look at him. He's not even going to use that nut. He's looking all confused. And then he realizes... Oh wait, no, he's just grinding that nut more. Okay, my bad guys. But he's just going to freaking realize that there's a spacer behind the driven pulley that he wants to pull out. But then he realizes he doesn't have a socket big enough. Look at this loser. Too broke for sockets. Life hack for you. Sometimes if you take a little dirt and freaking pry it up a little bit, and then you can take your 7/8 socket, don't lay it down sideways. You always want it to be right side up, or else they'll grow sideways and they'll turn into wrenches. But yeah, you just want to surround it with a little dirt and then
in a couple weeks you'll come back to a bigger socket. Now in this case it only grew to a 15/16. So I put it back and left it for another week, and then as soon as I came back to this thing it was a 1-incher. So yeah, I think this is gonna work, and let's go ugga dugga that CVT off of there. Heck yeah, dudes.
Alright, had a couple troubles with the CVT alignment, so I took a spacer out of there and did a couple more doohickeys, and I don't have enough shaft. I don't have enough shaft left, but I pulled the tank off because it was killing me, and so now I'm gonna do a doohickey with the governor. Honestly, I'm not even gonna remove it. I'm just gonna kind of pin it down right there and weld it, because when they flip this way they'll make some crazy noise if you don't have the stock carb hooked up. Alrighty gang, it's gotten a bit darker. It's like 8 p.m. now. I have been working on this thing forever. Holy crap, look at that thing. Let me show you. Alrighty, we installed the carb. Look at that big 224. We installed the carb, we installed the risers, we did a bunch of work on the CVT. I'm waiting on a belt right now. So it's sitting like that, but I did a chain. The chain is crazy tight right now, so I'm gonna have to pull the motor back because the wheel's all the way forward. But yeah, why don't we give it a first test run? Let's see how it sounds. Hopefully it sounds like a much bigger jug. I don't have it hooked up to the kill switch right now. I'll do that in a bit, but I think I'm done for the night. All right. What are the odds it starts first pull? You know, I am kind of a wizard with old carburetors. Bro, it idles perfect. Listen to how slow and low that idle is. Holy crap. Okay, it's a little lean. If I bring it down, how you can tell it's lean, if I bring the idle down and I give her a ton of beans, it'll bog. Okay, maybe it's just a tiny bit lean. Listen to that. Well, alrighty gang. I already washed my hands, but I looked like I was not a white person when I was done with this John. So, I will get some freaking videos of me riding this John, and I'll sure post those things in probably the next video. So, yeah, subscribe if you would like, and thanks for watching. See you guys.